All right, and we're starting. All right. Yo, welcome to Babetalk. Can I get like a woo or like a hell yeah
Hey,
or
who?
like a
We're still trying to figure out
Yo.
who exactly you are.
like,
We haven't seen you around these parts lately.
I actually don't know who any of you are. Now I'm just gonna act like I do. So we have this white kid. Well, I can't say that because like all of you.
All,
There's
all,
just
all of
four.
us are basically.
Amazing.
Well, anyway, all right. So hey, it's me. It's Ollie. I've been gone for a while, but like Slim Shady, I came back. Maybe not for the better though. The first time he came back, it was pretty okay. The second time he came back, it hasn't really been working out for him. So we'll call this the first comeback, so we can actually continue to have fun and everything. We have Alex North with us this week.
Hey.
We have Dan.
Hey.
First timer, we got James.
Hey, what's up?
James also does some of the writings and some of the interviews that you guys have been reading on Babetalk.tv. And if you haven't, you guys should go over there. That's our little plug, because it's my goddamn show. We're allowed
He
to
has an
we're
interview
allowed to
up
do it.
right now that
With,
just came out today.
It came out today for Aspire. Yes, go look at that. And of course,
Aspire.
our guest for tonight, the Babe of Honor. We got Kayla of ConcertJunkies and her own photography set.
Hi.
It's starting. Oh, we're starting off with a bang.
Oh my god. It's being all laggy again.
We almost had it. We almost had it.
Oh man.
But can you at least hear us? Can you at least hear us?
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay,
I said,
sound
hey,
works.
did that work?
That can
Yeah.
work.
I mean, as
I'm-
long as you can hear us and we can
Yeah.
hear you, that's all that matters.
Whoa. All right, so we start off every show by asking the panel, "How was your day?" And we're gonna go with first timer James. We'll ask James, how was your day?
Today was pretty cool. It was mainly just like a lot of classes, and I also interviewed a really cool local band called Bray. That should be going up in a few weeks. And they're just really cool and really nice, and I'm just kind of chilling right now.
Yeah, what kind of classes do you take?
Today I had, what did I have? I had my U.S. history class where I have a professor that sounds like Ned Flanders. I had my intro to composition class, and then I had the interview. And I also take
the interview as a class.
No, that was just like something else. It took like a half hour, so I counted it as a class. I don't know.
I
But
mean, you're
also,
learning, so hey.
yeah, I also take an intro to physics class, an economics class, and a business and law class.
Damn, so you just all about the business today.
Yeah.
Alex, how was your day today, man?
Well, my day was pretty low key. I mean, I went to a middle school basketball game today because my brother wanted to hang out with his friends at his school, so I got to see a bunch of middle schoolers beat a bunch of like littler middle schoolers by like 30 points, which was very boring.
Yes.
So
That's fantastic.
And other than that, I mean, the other thing that kind of notable happened to me was the other day on Twitter, which I'm just gonna plug my Twitter and say at AlexBabeTalk is my Twitter. Y'all should follow me. There is a girl who I went to third grade with who now has her own Nickelodeon show. She's actually the star of the show, and like she has her own Nickelodeon show. This girl I went to third grade with. And I tweeted at her, and I'm like, yo, I remember you from elementary school. And, like, she retweeted me and favorited my tweet. She's like, yo, that's so rad. And I'm just like, hey, remember the school play we were in? And it was like, we shared the stage. Like, we were both, like, carnival barkers. And it was the greatest thing because one of us ended up going on to have a Nickelodeon show, and the other one just kind of, like, sits at home eating animal crackers, and now is here on Babe Talk with y'all. So
I'm 90,
Wait, what? James, yeah.
I'm like 99% sure my sister watches that show too.
What
yeah,
show is it?
It's
Yeah, what show?
the Thundermans. It's called.
The
It's
Thundermans.
a show that's kind of that sort of is like not as popular as like your iCarly's and whatever else
Yeah.
the kids are watching nowadays, but it's like
Who the hell are you lying to, Alex? You keep that lineup like stacked in your DVR, and we all know it.
to be honest, I never like watched the show that much. It was just kind of like a show where I was like, I saw like the preview for it. I'm like, this is kind of stupid. It's a show about superheroes on Nickelodeon. But then I saw my brother watching it one day because he was watching iCarly, and the show came on after iCarly, and I saw the opening credits, and I saw the girl's name, and I'm like, wait a second, this can't be possible. This girl couldn't get her own Nickelodeon show, and she did. So
Good for her.
I had a little,
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
had my
cool.
little Twitter interaction with her. Her fans favorited my tweets and stuff like that. So hopefully,
You got Nickelodeon popular for like 0.5
I got
seconds.
Nickelodeon popular for like 2 seconds. Yeah,
I actually went to school with a girl that was on Law and Order SVU for an episode. Tiffany Evans. That was fun. And like she had
yeah,
her
but
own
mine
singing
actually
career and stuff.
has a show. Like
Really?
the show is about her.
Hey,
Tiffany Evans also has
SVU
it.
is really awesome though.
Exactly, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
like her father did pull a gun out and like put it to her head and was just like, "I'm gonna do it." And Stabler was like, "No, don't." He was like, "Okay." I mean, it was. I mean, that's pretty much how like all Law and Order shows like end up anyway. It's just like they're gonna be like, "I'm gonna do it," and it's like, "No, don't." It's just like, okay, or they do it and then knowing Dick Wolf, who doesn't ever love happy endings, just kind of like lets it set off into the. It's like the child rapist went away and like he smiles as he's going off to jail. It's like, oh, Elliot, I raped a kid. And it's just like, and then that's the end of the episode. It's like, okay, Dick Wolf, we're never gonna have resolution. I've learned that with Dick Wolf shows. We're never gonna have any resolution. Dan, how was your day today?
My day was pretty rad.
glad to hear it.
Aside from it being like -2 degrees, not really. It was cool. It was like my day off, so all I did was just like clean my room and play video games and watch South Park. So it was a
In
good
that
day.
order?
No, out of order. Like I just did like various activities throughout the day.
What video games are you playing?
I got back into playing Skyrim recently, and that just takes up a good amount of my time. I'll probably want to play it after this. And I've also been like playing Smash for 3DS and the Ruby remake. So
I mean, I'm sorry that
That's what's
Babetalk is
happening.
pulling away from your Skyrim time right now.
no, it's okay. I am happy to be doing this.
I'm glad. Remind me to also get your friend code so that we can play Smash later because I have that for the Wii U and I need to get back into it.
I have Smash
Alright,
for the
I
Wii U
will.
too.
I also have
Yo,
Smash
I
for the Wii U.
I have-
We're all gonna play
I have it
Smash
for
right after
3DS.
Babetalk.
I literally,
Fact.
I don't have a
Babetalk
Wii
Smash,
U, and
let's
I'm
do
really
it.
sad now.
Oh,
I
don't have a
what are you
Wii U.
doing?
I don't have the money.
Neither
My
did I,
family
but I
literally just got one for Christmas.
I also don't have
Yeah,
a TV
same.
in my dorm room, so yeah.
You like go to like the common area. You put out like a what is it, a yik yak? You say like, "Yo, who has a Wii U that we can all smash with?"
True. That's a good
Can we
point.
smash on your Wii?
Can we break your Wii U?
Yeah. I mean, like generally when you see Smash on like Yik Yak, it's not in that context, but like all the nerds will like sense it and they'll be like, "Yes, we found one of our own."
Yeah, no. I know that my school has a gaming club, and there's literally a gamers den where you can just like go, and they have all the consoles and new games and stuff.
There you go. So all you gotta do is break
Yeah.
into it, because like seriously, like at 10:31, I will be setting up this Smash game, and
All
I
the
will,
gamers
I
at
will
my
embarrass
school
all
kind
of
of,
you with Fox.
All the gamers at my school kind of scare me because they all like wear fedoras, and
Same
I'm not about
Oh
though.
that.
my god.
Same
Oh, man.
though.
Now, see, when
Yeah.
I used to go to community, my like kind of like gamer friends kind of scared me because they would play Magic, but they would play Magic with like leather driving gloves, so it just made it like so much more intense.
What the heck?
Yeah, they were like into it. They would like play tournaments.
Yeah.
And shit. It was crazy.
It's
Oh,
funny
yeah, I
because
remember
the one
that.
time, the one time we actually bring up
Oh,
Magic
Dan, you know,
on
yeah.
Babetalk, Eric isn't on the show because we know that's Eric's game right there.
Does he play Magic?
Oh, he talks about it all the time.
I've never caught up on it. I've never caught it before. Huh. We're gonna have to talk to him about Magic
And he's a
one night.
big connoisseur of the magics.
I
I
know
know-
that.
Yeah.
Continue. No, you go first.
I was just gonna say we're gonna have to find a guest that like really likes Magic. I know Ian from Modern Baseball like dabbles in Magic, so we're gonna have to just have like a 2-on-2 PvP with Magic on Babetalk. No interview. We're just gonna do tournament style Magic. Hey,
Over
Kayla.
Google Hangout.
Oh, cool
Yeah.
hangout.
What?
Hey, hi, hey, guest.
Hey, hello.
Hey, hi. How was your day?
Hey. My day was pretty good. I woke up kind of really early because my best friend stayed over and she had to go to work today. So she's like at my house right now. She just like opened my bathroom door. She's like, I hear you talking about me.
I hear you talking shit, homie.
I heard what you say.
I heard what you say over there, fam.
But but yeah, so I had to wake up really early, but it was okay. And I went back to sleep after that. And then when I got back up again, I started editing photos because last night I saw You Believe These in Orlando. They had their like EP release
Damn.
show.
Cool.
Yeah, I love You
Nice.
Believe.
That's cool.
It was cool. And so I edited all to finish that. But and then I went to and did productive things and set up a bank account and all that stuff. And then I visited some family while I was in the area and came home and ate dinner and it was really good. That was my day.
Nice. So, like, you did a banking account? Just
What?
send up,
I set
send
up.
up banking.
Yeah, cause like I didn't really have a bank account set up. Oh my god, I see you like talking, but like no words are coming out. My computer is being weird.
I'm talking to you telekinetically right now. It's okay. I do that.
But yeah, cause I didn't have like a bank account set up, so me and my mom went to go get that set up and stuff.
Well, that's fun. Hey, welcome to adulthood. It's fun here. We got jackets, but you gotta pay for them.
Yeah,
All right, so
it was
we're gonna.
productive.
Yeah, that sounds good. I hate adult things. Like today, I had to call security on like shoplifters, and like that was like the most adult thing that I've done in like quite a while. Because I've been paying like bills and shit, but today I had to like call policemen and shit. It was very odd.
Oh god.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I work over at Hot Topic for those that don't know, and we will have certain shady individuals try and pull shady acts and just try and make off in my store with like way too much merchandise than is morally acceptable. And so today that had happened, but it wasn't like that kind of like threw me off with the whole day thing. Some of you guys might have read the status or not, I don't know, but after I called security on this perpetrator that had left with stuff, he came over to me. I exchanged information about the gentleman that had stole, and we started talking for a few minutes. I was wearing like a gorilla shirt because I love the gorillas still, and it's somewhere on the floor. But I said I wear my title fight shirt because that's more pop punk than gorillas. And he was saying, "Oh, where'd the gorillas go? Like, what have they done?" I'm like, well, they put out a best of album and then kind of really haven't been heard of again. The guy that put up, that started doing the gorillas went over to a new side project. And I was like, oh, yeah, and he was like, oh, that's really cool, yeah. Oh, you know who I also love? Linkin Park. And I was like, because of course, who doesn't like Linkin Park? And he goes, yeah, I just saw them on the 23rd. And I'm like, wait a second. No, you didn't. Because Linkin Park, I forget his name, but the bassist of Linkin Park actually broke his ankle, and they canceled all of the shows. So
The singer, Chester Bennington.
what was it, Chester?
Yeah.
I thought
Chester
it was.
Bennington, yeah. Singer.
Oh, see, I thought, wait, then that's a little bit less of. Oh, see, then I feel a different kind of way about this. But either way, he's like, yeah, I saw the show, and I'm like, what? No, you didn't, since all the fucking shows are canceled. So I like played into it a little bit. I'm just like, yeah, you went and saw Lincoln. He's like, oh yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. I'm like, yeah, what was the set list? He was like, oh, I mean, it was the classics, it's Linkin Park. And I was like, oh, of course, the classics, because what else are they gonna play? Oh
Yeah.
god. But was it the singer that had broke his ankle?
Yep.
Yeah, it was the singer.
He
Yeah.
performed for a few more dates of the tour, like 2 of them, but like, then he's just like, I can't do this.
I mean, like, you're a singer for Linkin Park. How much, like, you're not like posse jumping everywhere. Because from what I heard, he was wearing like that weird knee scooter thing that he could just scoot around. If anything, that sounds like it would just be way more fun.
I know that, like, but if you've ever, like, injured your foot, it fucking hurts to stand. Like, I sprained my ankle last year, and I was just, like, in constant pain, even if I wasn't moving. Like, it can be unbearable. So I sympathize with him, like, 100%.
Wait, so Chester was just like riding around on stage in like those little like scooters that you see like really like morbidly obese people riding around on
No, Jesus, no, Alex. What?
I would pay money to see that.
That's
like
not
when
what
you
he
said
was wearing.
no,
I
when
would
you said
pay
a
so much
scooter,
money to
that's
see that.
when you said a scooter, that's kind of what popped into my head, like the little like.
What I had meant was there's a scooter that you can place your knee on, and like your leg will just like sit like a flamingo. You'll look like a flamingo for like while you're scooting around on this thing. So that's what he was wearing, or scooting around on. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't standing. He was just like scooting around on his little injury scooter. So like he could just like just skate around the stage. Like if anything, he has just like more pushing power and just like and just skate around while his little synth goes him up. But anyway, so yeah, who was that?
That might have been me. My, like, headphones accidentally pulled out for a sec, and I had to put them back in.
Your pull-out game is not strong. So we're gonna go on. We have announcements today from Warped Tour, and I've missed a good bulk of them, but I have just been shitting my pants with every bit of information that has been coming out. But Alex North has our Warped report, and not Brian Stars. Brian Stars is stupid. Let's go to Alex for who is.
I like Brian Stars.
No, fuck that kid.
Yeah,
I like
but the
Alex.
5 new artists that were added is Chris B, Jewel Vera, who was just signed to Pure Noise today also, Seaway, The Amity Affliction, and This Wildlife.
Woo! Now that's actually really cool, because this is Seaway's first year going to Warped Tour, I believe, right?
I think they played the Toronto date at Warped Tour before, but
it's like they're full like for
yeah.
So good for them. Yeah, they're like our homies that kind of made it out the hood.
Right.
Now we have that, and we also this past week had the announcements for more skate and surf, I believe, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
You want to give some highlights, Mr. North?
Yeah, sure. Well, the big announcement that came out was that the Gaslight Anthem is going to be headlining alongside with the Dropkick Murphys, who were the first band that were announced back in like October.
Yeah.
And also we have American Nightmare is going to be doing a reunion set. Poison the Well is going to be doing a reunion set. Acceptance is going to be doing a reunion set. We got Me Without You is going to be there. Chunk, No Captain Chunk. Hey dudes, are you ready to? They're gonna be ready to.
Stop it! Why? Come on! They're trying to put that behind them, and they've been like doing successfully.
Yeah, and Asbury Park. Sprainerd's gonna be there. Just a bunch of really, really good. Oh, 4 Year Strong. 4 Year Strong is gonna be there too.
But they were already announced.
They were? I thought 4 Year Strong wasn't announced until.
No, they were announced the first announcement.
Wow, Alex, you're sleeping on your announcement game. I have to now revoke it from you. Now I have to give it back to Brian Stars. You just... Everyone's booing. Just like everyone at home just boo. Send me your Snapchats of you booing Alex in showcase and want to show. But I've seen a lot more people actually stoked for Skate and Surf than they have been for Warped. I know my Jersey fan, which is going to be everyone but Kayla, has kind of been, I'm very sorry. But I also want to extend this to you, because it seems as if local festivals that have like a weekend run like in one set location seems to get more popularity than the God's gift to Earth, which is Warped Tour. Now I'm pretty sure in your area you had Fest.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was so much fun.
And I've seen like testimonies of people just losing their shit over Fest, and it looked like the most fun you can have at any weekend. Like for some people, it went like Fest and then South by Southwest and then like anything that they'll ever do for the rest of their life. Now, does that seem to like be the trend that local weekend bangers are more cooler than Warped Tour now, or is Warped Tour still like the woo? It's the Warped Tour, and we get to escape and heat and best friends forever camp stuff. How do you
I
guys
feel like Warped
feel
Tour is
about
a
it?
completely different experience, though.
Now, how is that the case?
I don't, cause it's just like the entire day, and it's so well. Since I'm in freak hot, it's ridiculous. But and since it's outdoors, I I don't know. I just feel like it's different. I liked Fest that it was in different venues, kind of all over Gainesville, and everything was mostly indoors except for I think there was like a bigger venue that it was like outside. Um, but Warped Tour for me was just like so much more hectic, especially since I was officially shooting it, so I was constantly like miles a day.
Oh, that I actually didn't know. So you
Yeah.
so you actually were officially shooting for Warped the year that you're gone?
Yeah. Well, like last year I shot Warped, and I shot Warped the year before, but it was like my first year shooting it, and it was a mess. But last year was like perfect. I shot 20 bands like right after the other.
Can you go into more of how it was a mess? Because I mean, I'm sure it came out well, but
Well, the first year that I shot it, it was a mess because I didn't really know what I was doing. It was new to me, and my schedule was it was crazy, and I didn't know how to handle it, and I got really lost too. And at the time, I was dating this guy who made my day like a living hell. So that just made it a lot worse. But
there you
last
go.
year was perfect.
Well, that's good. That's at least good to hear that it was at least
Yeah.
good by the following year. Now, my Jersey fam. Considering how skate and surf is still outdoors and not completely indoors, how do you feel about the difference between is it more popular? Do you think that skate and surf is more popular on the East Coast, or do you think that or like one-off days or like one-off weekends are more fun than worked or
Well,
Mm,
here's what I think. I think that the whole like one-off concert like festival type deal has been kind of like a big thing for a while, going back to the days of like Lollapalooza and Coachella, like when all those were getting started. Uh, it's always been a big deal, especially with EDM festivals and stuff. So I
hmm,
think that in the long run, Warped Tour is really like one of its kind, and it's kind of, I guess, unfair to like pit it up against like all these festivals because it is something that is established and sort of transcends the scene because I know at least in Jersey there's like two or three like big EDM festivals that happen. One that actually John D puts on, I think, in
really?
Atlantic City, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh god, oh fuck.
Is that Electric Daisy Carnival?
No, it's not electric.
no,
I'm pretty
that's
sure Electric Daisy
Well,
is
there's that
in New
too.
York. It's the
Well,
City
Electric
in
Daisy
Color.
Carnival is in East Rutherford now, but where Bamboozle used to be. But
Yeah, because it's the paint everybody a
yeah,
neon fest.
yeah.
oh,
But I think
Life
that
in Color.
Life in color, life in color.
yeah.
I'm like,
I think
yeah.
that with Skeet and Surf, I think that this lineup
She's in
this
ski
year
and stuff.
is like
Skeet, skeet, skeet and surf.
Skeet and Surf.
I'm sorry.
You don't need to be a child, Ollie, but with Skate and Surf for this year, I think that they're gaining a lot of fans back because,
Yeah.
like, Bamboozle 2012, they had in Asbury Park, and I liked it enough, even though a lot of people were very disorganized with it. But then, the first Skate and Surf came, and that was really, like, a disaster
That's
because it
yeah.
was, like, in the rain and everything, and they ended up going back to their roots sort of the next year.
Mm-hmm.
And the lineup wasn't as strong as it could have been, but,
Well,
there
that
was
was the
still
one with
somebody.
handguns and Minnow, and that was the ones over at Six Flags. I want to say right.
Well, that was the first one that they had. The first one that they came back
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
with was at Six Flags, and they went back to Asbury Park for the second one where they had like Hidden in Plain View and Knuckle Puck and
Oh yeah,
stuff
oh
in
yeah.
Midtown, which I think got some people back, but I think this lineup, this skate and surf announcement is going to be the one that really
Yeah.
sort of like puts them back into, the green a little bit more because they've
Yeah.
been like hemorrhaging money for a while. So,
And James, you seem to agree with that.
I agree with that, honestly. Like, this is actually going to be my first skate and surf this year. The other 2 years, they had great lineups, but the first year, it didn't work out because of school. But the second year, I heard horror stories about how disorganized it was the first year, so I just decided to kind of pass on it.
Mm.
But
I mean, the first year I did have a lot of fun, just sort of, to put it out there, but, I was in a band, and it was raining, and
Yeah.
it was, like, Escape the Fate, I think, had to perform without, like, vocals, without, like, microphones and stuff, but, there still was a lot of fun,
okay.
even though, it was kind of a mess, and a lot of the bands kind of got screwed over with, like, merch stuff.
Yeah.
But,
But
Ooh.
with this year, I feel like it's just kind of a perfect storm of the bands that are coming back together, and with the second year being a lot smoother than the first year. Like,
That makes sense.
Poison the Well and
Mm.
Acceptance are big deals.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally going mainly for Acceptance myself, actually. Like, that kind of made me be like, okay, I will drop $138 for this entire fest.
I will
Right.
drop this money.
And Midtown was a big deal, too, last year, but I think that, like, last year their idea was, like, let's get, like, one or two heavy hitter, like, reunions out there, and then, just kind of have,
Yeah.
like, your Knuckle Puck and, like, bands
Yeah.
that, Property of Zach covers a lot and stuff like that.
But this
But
year
this
they...
year, this
Yeah.
year they're going more with, like, let's get a lot of different reunions, a lot of different stuff going.
And not to mention the other bands that they have are like huge. The Wonder Years, The Story So Far, Attila, The Front Bottoms. Those are all
they got
huge
Dropkick
bands.
Murphys, which
Dropkick Murphys too.
And the Gaslight Anthem.
Now, Dan,
Them too.
who are you looking forward to seeing?
If I'm going to skate and surf, I really, really want to see Me Without You and Poison the Well, and just like those, because like I've been listening to a lot of those bands lately, like the early 2000s, like hardcore, and I feel like them, like skate and surf, getting those bands is a really, really great idea on their end because it just brings like. I guess like it brings out like more of a bigger crowd, and like it's going to bring like pretty much old fans and like huge like fans of like those bands, and for people who don't know who like all those bands are, it's just going to like really expand their fan bases.
Yeah, it's gonna bring them new horizons.
It's going to bring people together.
And I mean,
Not to mention Me Without You kicks ass live.
That's
Me
very
Without
true.
You is actually really, really good live.
Yeah.
I've never seen them before. So.
it's gonna be like an interesting experience, especially because like you kind of have Motionless in White and Attila on there.
Ew.
Like I mean, I think that you'll have kids that will probably be there to go see like Motionless in White, Attila, and Chunk No Captain Chunk, and I think I think it'll be interesting for them because they'll be exposed to like all these different types of like other music that they ordinarily wouldn't touch.
Like any
Yeah.
other festival, yeah.
In a way,
Yeah, because it's not like oh there are all these scene bands, just kind of like here's like your top 3 favorite scene bands, and you're gonna have to go and check out like Sorority Noise and like Manchester Orchestra and the Wonder Years to get to that Attila or Motionless in White.
Well, I'm not gonna be happy until I Set My Friends on Fire starts to come back around.
Oh
like,
my
like
God.
once they
I-
actually
Can
do
we
it, so I
not?
don't care what they're doing.
I miss
Whoa,
I Set My
whoa,
Friends
who's
on
talking
Fire.
shit? Who's not coming back next week? I'm sorry. Here, speak up again. Now, Kayla, is there any other like festivals that are coming to your area that you're kind of looking forward to?
Oh my god. Wait, I have no idea what you just said because it just like cut out.
Are there any festivals that are going to your area that you're looking forward to?
Definitely Southeast Beast in Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to go to
Yeah.
that somehow.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because a lot of really good bands are playing. And then also, I might be shooting Gasparilla and playing and Mute Mouth is playing.
Nice.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, you cut out a little bit.
Yeah.
I heard you say Mute Math.
Yeah, and Modest Mouse.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Nice.
Modest
So-
Mouse and Magic. Eric's really missing out. Those are like
Eric's
his
sad.
those are like his two big things: Modest Mouse and Magic.
He's crying somewhere in the corner. So yeah, now people, a band that you won't see on the festival circuit anytime soon, Blink 182.
Well, I mean, they will be playing a festival.
If I
They
see
will,
one more
technically.
thing about the Blink-180 feud, I'm gonna scream.
Well, I mean, like it's like one of the biggest things. If I
It
can just like
is,
drop
like,
how like
it's
big of an actual thing like this
big.
actually was. When I got the news, I went directly over to property of Zach to see what was actually happening because I was A, concerned for Zach's well-being, and B, knew that the news would be on there. It was in
Yeah.
red tape. It was in red ticker tape, like on CNN. Tom DeLonge leaves Blink, and I was like, "Shit's actually really going down."
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
Yeah.
there's just so much writing on this. Like we're talking one of the literally like forefathers of modern pop punk, just like unraveling at the
Up and
seam,
leaving.
like up and leave, like everything just kind of coming apart, and like not in just like a normal kind of like you know, we're talking like a violent like volcano of just like literally I'm eating dinner, I'm just eating mac and cheese one day, and all of a sudden just like Mark Hoppus is talking mad shit on Tom DeLay. It's just like whoa like
yeah.
what. It's like we're just eating lunch, like in a cafeteria, and your homie punches your other homie in the face. It's like, what the fuck's going on here?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
would
Oh my
anyone
god.
like, would anyone like to like just give it back? Like, does it surprise anyone that there's just so much tension and
Okay.
then just like an explosion? Oh, Dan, no, get out, Dan.
Alright,
Damn.
I didn't think Tom was that much of like an indecisive person because he kept saying like, "Oh, I didn't quit the band," and then people saying he quit the band. There was so much back and forth. I was actually like legitimately confused, and I did not think Tom and Mark and Travis were that fed up with Tom's bullshit.
Yeah. I didn't think that either. I
Like
knew that.
it's like 2003 all over again when they broke up after their self-titled album came out.
I knew that something was up with Blink 182 when Blink 182 was like, "Oh, remember how we're going to record an album? Nah, Tom's doing Angels and Airwaves instead." Like, I knew that
Yeah.
something was up. I knew that something was up with Blink and that we probably weren't going to get anything from anytime soon.
No.
But I didn't think it was going to blow up the way it did just now.
Yeah, because this literally just like came out of left field for a lot of people. I mean, like I
Yeah.
remember seeing like Angels and Airways before, and I like totally forgot that like you know Blink had even done anything, and I'm just like, oh, isn't that the, oh, okay, Angels and Airways, this is the
It's-
thing.
It's weird because, like, in the end of 2013, like, all signs were pointing towards 2014 being their year. They did, like, that 10-year thing for their
Yeah.
Untitled. They were doing those really small shows that, like, sold out in a second.
Mhm.
Like, everything was just pointing towards Blink-182 having, like, a huge year. And then Tom was like, nah, let's do
Nah.
Angels and Airwaves.
Again.
See you, dudes.
Now,
I mean-
yeah.
I think that as much as we hate to admit it, Tom isn't really the same person that he was when like Blink was in its heyday.
No.
I'm not saying that that's necessarily
No.
a bad thing. It's just kind of like he grew
What
up,
leads
like
you,
he
no,
became
what
like
leads you to say that?
he went from like a skateboarding like guy to like who would make dick jokes and like sing songs about like fucking dogs and stuff. And then we started to see the transition because then he got the emo swoopy hair and started singing about like serious
Space.
feels. And then he went on and
Space.
made like
Space.
Angels and Airwaves where he's like everything's magic, and that's like
Oh my God,
and then he has like all like these like
so bad.
weird like experimental like website stuff and like comic books and stuff like I don't know. I think that his headspace is in a very different spot, and I think the transition sort of started like in between that like take your pants off and jacket and the Untitled album, like sort of in between there somewhere. That's when Tom sort of went from like dick joke Tom to like let's make Odyssey album
Yeah.
Tom, and I also think that really the only reason why they got back together in the first place was because of the plane crash that Travis was in. Because
Well,
obviously,
Yeah.
obviously the members were close at one point. So even
Well,
if you're not really
absolutely,
on
of
speaking
course.
terms, you would still feel bad because you're like, oh, I know that guy. I feel
Yeah.
bad that he had this terrible thing happen to him. So I feel like they kind of got together to like kind of support Travis, and maybe they did have every intention of going from there, but nothing really materialized because they were all in different headspaces at that time.
Now
I-
the
I
fact
just-
that James, yeah.
I think I remember a while back before the
I
Blink
got you.
drama started. I remember
Sorry.
seeing this article from Crack.com called "4 Reasons Why Blink 182 Singers Was Clearly Abducted by Aliens." That kind of like goes into why Angels and Airwaves is as big as it is, and it honestly
Shut your fucking
kind of
mouth.
makes.
I'm gonna mute you.
Well,
Oh no,
Yeah.
go. I'm sorry.
But like,
okay.
I just remember it kind of makes sense because like he went from being this like kind of teenager to this person that wants to talk about aliens and make this Odyssey album, and I just kind of remembered reading about that article. I don't know.
It makes sense. I mean, like when you think about it, it's just like aliens are real, and then they come into form and tongue along.
I had more of a point speaking when I thought of it in my head than I do now. So I
That's
apologize.
perfectly fine. Dan, you had a point you wanted to bring out?
Oh, I just wanted to say, plus 44 needs to make a comeback.
Lord. Now, see, well, do you think we're gonna see like the progression of like both bands now? Like, do you think we're gonna have this weird war or like
I kind of
weird
want.
comeback of both bands?
I don't. I don't know. I do want plus 44. I would like to see like plus 44 make some kind of a comeback. They do play Blink 182 songs because Tom and no, why do I keep saying Tom? Mark and Travis still love playing those songs, and I think that would be
But I'm
really
pretty
cool.
sure like they're gonna keep it separate, just like how Descendants play. They don't play All, and All doesn't play Descendants. It's gonna be like the same thing. Like even though it's the same members, minus of like one or two different people. I mean, out of just normality with Descendants and All. Blink is not gonna probably end up. I mean, Plus 44 is probably not gonna end up playing Blink songs only because like you kind of.
There's legalities.
I
Yeah.
think that
Like
Mark and
there's
Travis.
legalities and it's kind of now bad blood. I mean, like if you guys were, did anyone read the Rolling Stone articles? Like Kayla, did you
Yeah.
read?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you?
That was some heavy stuff.
That was some heavy stuff. Like how do you feel? Because I felt as if I was reading like a call out thread.
I felt the
mean,
same way.
Yeah.
But good for
Um,
them.
Kayla,
They're
yeah, Kayla, how'd you feel?
being honest. Wait, did you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
What was that?
Okay. I said like at least they're being honest and open about what's going on.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, like, do you think that they took the proper outlet by going to like Rolling Stone and kind of like giving this like quick kind of tell all? Or do you think
I
that
don't-
was like I don't. In your opinion,
I think she froze up.
I think
Yeah.
yeah. We'll get her
Hello?
back.
Oh wait. I
Oh,
hear
wait.
her.
It keeps like cutting
There's signs of
out.
life.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
we got you.
Hello.
Hello. Okay.
Yes, we got you.
What did you say?
Now, do you think that they picked the proper outlet by going to Rolling Stones and kind of just like throwing stones through Rolling Stones?
I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest. Like, I was really confused about what was going on, but I honestly, I really don't care.
Beautiful. I love it. That's great. Like, I couldn't give a damn whether Blink 182 goes. But then again, like, it's funny, like, to see the contrast between Kayla just sitting here, just like, I really don't care, and then, like, the rest of, like, all the pop punk kids that, like, literally, I could have sworn I heard, like, 3 or 4 kids howling outside of my house because of the news. Now, does anyone, I mean, like, do you think this is gonna affect, like, the nature of, not the nature of pop punk, that's stupid, but I mean, like, we're losing, like, one of our biggest influencers.
Well, I mean, Blink-182 is going to continue with Travis and Mark, and I do.
But do you think it'll be the same though? I mean, like, that's like replacing your brother with a cousin.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it. Let's be honest, you know, with the other Blink releases, it was kind of like a phoned-in effort from, you know, Tom, like.
According to the articles they were putting out, yeah.
Yeah, like, it was really just, like, you know, Mark and Travis, and then, like, you know, Tom would, you know, show up every so often, and he was just kind of there to, you know, go on the tours and just, you know, perform Damn It on stage and stuff.
Yeah.
True. Yeah?
Did you see my friend?
I did not see the friend. I did no.
She, like, put her face all up in my webcam.
Oh, hi.
Whoa.
What are you doing? I think she's, like, washing her face or something. What are you...
Welcome to Babetalk. Boy, are we just full of funny fun.
Oh my god, Dora. Okay. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, hey, we've had crazier shit happen. So
Yeah.
we can go on to the next question that I had for everybody. What, since Blink's kind of like in the air as far as what they're going to be doing, they might be continuing Blink-182 without Tom DeLonge, or they're just going to do their own stuff. What, like, catastrophic band leave that has everyone kind of gone through that you wish never happened? Like a, that was going to be a bad
Like a
one.
breakup?
Like a divorce. What divorce of a band member do you guys wish never happened?
Can it be like a band breaking up, or is it?
It can be a band. It can be a band disbanding, or it can be a typical band member just leaving. Like, I know, like, we were all torn up when Jake Lanley left Handguns. As an
Yeah.
example.
I'm still really torn over the fact that A Loss for Words is breaking up. Like, I love A Loss for Words, and the fact that they're not going to exist after this year is, like, going to make me cry.
I have reserved feelings for them. I mean, they're from Boston, and I really just have a kind of predisposition to not like them. But that's just me.
And I think also, City Lights was another one from last year. I was actually supposed to see them, but they broke up 2 weeks before the fest I was supposed to see them on. And one more
That's
would
depressing,
be,
2 weeks.
when I was younger, I used to be into a lot of nu metal. So when Static X broke up in like 2009, my like nu metal 13-year-old heart was crushed.
Aw, poor kid.
Oh.
Alex North, I know you got a few bands that you're not over.
Yeah, I'm not over Fight Fair kind of fizzling out,
Damn,
and
man.
yeah, like I remember going and like just like being a jerk to like Fight Fair because like it was like 2009, 2010 whenever California Kicks came out, and I was like one of these like, you know, absolute punk kids who, you know, saw the review that Blake Solomon did where he gave them like 12%. So like me and my buddy were just like walked by like their merch tent. We're like, oh, 12%, blah blah blah. It's like they probably didn't pay us no mind, but like
Man, Alex North, you were one punk motherfucker.
yeah. Eventually, I came around to listening to California Kicks and realized it was a great album. Even though my mom, when I played it in the car one time, she's like, "Is this High School Musical?" Like, but
Your mom throwing such shade at you.
But Fight
Like,
Fair
you
was like,
asshole.
but Fight Fair is just like great because they have like the very first like make out breakdown like ever, where it's like literally people making out during the breakdown, and it's awesome. And yeah, I think Fight Fair, obviously, you know, City Lights, even though Ashi is going to continue to do like acoustic stuff with City
not the
Lights
same.
under that,
It's not the
yeah,
same.
under that name. I mean, probably Houston Calls, Hidden in Plain View, Madison, a lot of like drive-through records, like 2000 stuff, the track
Mm.
record, just like sort of bands that really nobody cared about except for like me and like the kid who like posted all their songs up on YouTube back in like
And like
2007.
MySpace and
So.
stuff. Yeah. Now, Dan, I think Dan can feel me when I still say that Coming Clean and True Things could still kind of the wounds are
Man.
still fresh.
I miss Coming Clean still.
Yeah. Like I
I
still
really do
hold
miss.
what was the EP Drive Safe like to be like one of my
That
top
was a
EP.
real that and what was the other one? Yeah, Drive Safe and Sing Loud.
And
That's what
Sing
it
Loud.
was.
Yeah, sing. Oh,
Those are
those
both still
literally
really good.
perfect.
Do you remember their last show and Your Persona played?
Oh, dude, yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
that was
And Band Down the
incredible.
Hatches. That was an incredible. My
Yeah.
friend actually, like, my friends have never really seen me go to a show before. And I gave like this weird like hate sad mosh thing, and like he sent it over to me, and it's still on my phone somewhere,
Hates.
but it was like this weird hate sad mosh to 6x6. That's still like one of my favorites. That both those EPs are just perfect.
Yeah.
But True Things I still like think about every now and then. What other
I
bands are you still sad about not being around?
I'm still very sad that Under Oath isn't a thing anymore.
Oh yeah.
I'm still and you know what else I'm very sad? In the same year, like in the same year 2013, I not only had to experience Under Earth breaking up, but I also had to experience the Chariot breaking up. And
Ah.
I was really sad about that because I've only seen them once live, and Josh Scoggin wasn't there because his wife was having their baby. So Liam from Cancer Bats filled in, and the one vocalist from Straight from the Path filled in as well. So
Oh man.
I saw the Chariot play with yeah, I saw the Chariot play with Straight from the Path and Cancer Bats vocalists
Damn.
at Hangar 84 in Vineland.
Oh fucking hell, Hangar. Speaking of dead places,
Oh
Hangar
my
84.
god.
Jesus Mary Joseph.
3 years ago, yeah, 3 years ago today, that place shut down.
Oh man, I remember when Man
Holy
Overboard
shit.
played over there. I think the Wonder Years played over there at one point. Man,
Yeah,
Hangar.
I remember Wonder Years played. I remember Man Overboard in early November playing,
Yeah,
and
that was a
that was the
holiday
last show I
show.
ever went to.
That
That was
was
the
the
last show I've ever went to at Hangar.
that was my first and last show at
And
Hangar, and that's actually where I met my future
are you
ex-girlfriend.
serious?
Yeah,
I grew up with Hangar. Like
yeah, and I'm jealous of
it's
you
funny
kids.
because my first show at Hangar was Ace Enders and a million different people. My last show there was the early November. So
Hmm.
I've seen Ace in like all three of his different
Literally,
incarnations.
yeah. That kid's so old. He's a kid. He's a very talented kid. Kayla.
I know.
I really miss My Chemical Romance.
Um,
Yeah.
oh
When
man.
you guys,
In like a screech that can only be brought upon by like a Tumblr girl. I really miss My Chemical Romance still.
but like, they're like one of my childhood favorite bands. And then when you guys
Yeah.
brought this up, my friend Candy she's also in Concert Junkies too. She was just like, tell them I miss My Chemical Romance, and how like she like still cries about it all the time.
I mean, they still put out some amazing bangers. I mean, like,
Yeah.
like, tell me you didn't go throughout high school and didn't sing a My Chemical Romance song through the hallways. I fucking dare you.
I listened to them like all throughout middle school and high school. I don't know.
Ashley Nicole is just sitting there, just like, yes, girl, I feel you. I can hear her. Literally, I can hear her, like in my head. Yes, girl, I feel you. I feel you so hard. I can hear it so vividly right now. Now, I would also say Crucial Dudes, but I'm not sure I'm actually allowed to say that due to some legalities that Crucial Dudes kind of has against me. Alex North knows what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
Well,
of course.
Well, So at this point of the show, I think it's
Actually, wait 1 second because I just wanted to bring one really quick sidebar that I just thought was an interesting sort of non-related but like music-related thing just before we
Okay.
get into the interview.
Sure.
Because on Twitter, apparently, I just received an article that said that Taylor Swift has just trademarked the phrase "this sick beat."
Are you, oh,
No,
I
she
saw
didn't.
that.
No, she didn't.
Are you
You're
Yeah,
lying.
yeah,
You're
she
I'm
did.
serious. It's on
lying.
Stereo Gum.
You're lying.
Also in the AV
Holy
Club.
shit, you're not lying.
Like there are so many like rap artists that are just like, yo, this fucking word just did this, and I could have done this so long ago.
I just thought it was very funny, so I just thought I'd...
Alex North, you're done. Don't you.
Alex North is not
there's
allowed to
like
talk.
a memory space that has just been blocked up by me knowing that Taylor Swift has just trademarked this sick beat. Was there a song that she did that?
Yeah, shake it off.
Shake it off.
What did she
This
just say? Like
sick.
this sick beat.
No, she like this sick beat. Like she says it exactly like that.
Oh God. Oh.
During like the spoken word part that she does before she goes into like her rap thing.
That would be like Gwen Stefani like trademarking "this shit is bananas," which she probably would have made a lot of money on since like a bunch of different people. We're talking about a whole nother thing. Fuck you, Alex North.
All right, let's get back on track. I just wanted to mention that.
I mean, this was news, so I mean, like, thank you, Alex, for sharing.
You're welcome.
It is news. So at this point, I'm so mad. We're gonna jump into Kayla's interview. How we're gonna do this is we're all just gonna fire off questions at you, and you're gonna answer
God.
however you. Yeah, get ready, because it's about to get real. These
You're
questions
giving me
real.
anxiety.
We'll go Alex North, we'll go Dan, we'll go James, and they'll kick off after me.
We actually just got a message from Ashley on the Babetalk Twitter that said, "Missing MCR is a thing that bonds people. I feel you, Kayla. I feel you.
I knew it!
MCR me
I knew
for
it.
life." Heart.
I knew that it was coming. I
She sent a
Oh, no.
message in the group chat, and she was like, "Kayla, I miss my chem too." And I was just like, "Oh my God, we can cry together." And she was like, "We can. We absolutely
we
can."
absolutely can. Just like you two, just like sitting corners, like long ago, like the hearse you. So yeah, so we'll kick this bitch off, and we're gonna ask questions. Because that's what let's say. All right, let's kick this bitch off. So Kayla, you do photography in what area, and you also work for what company or collective? Because give some background as to who you are real fast for those viewing at home who don't know who you is.
Okay, well, I'm Kayla, and I'm based out of Orlando, sort of. I live in Kissimmee, Florida, but most of the shows that I shoot are in Orlando. But occasionally I will go out to like different cities like Tampa or Jacksonville or Gainesville for shows and stuff. I work for ConcertJunkies and also New Noise magazine. And myself, that's about it.
And yourself. Now,
Yeah.
who is ConcertJunkies?
Okay, ConcertJunkies is like this little group, me and some of my friends, we created it like a little over 2 years ago. And my friend Candy, the one that really loves My Chemical Romance too, she started talking to me after 2012 Warped Tour, and she was just like, "Hey, I want you to help me with and I was just like, well, and so on website and hello,
Yeah, you like cut out a little bit.
Yeah.
where did it
Yeah.
stop at?
Like
2012 Warped Tour. Candy came up to you and said words.
Okay, well, she wanted me to help her with interviews, and she was like, "If you help me with these interviews, then I'll get you photo passes for shows." And I was just kind of like, okay, yeah, like I'm down. And so we set up a website and we started like shooting local bands and doing interviews with them and stuff. And then it just kind of grew.
And you guys had started this off over in, you said 2012?
Yeah, and like I think September or August or something.
Very nice, very nice. And it's kind of just been like going strong since. Like you guys have
Yeah.
grown.
Like now we have people that are part of it from different states and everything.
Oh,
Very
word,
cool.
that's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many are there, how many of you guys, what is the member count for Concert Junkies?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
The
I feel like
question
I'm
was
gonna-
there.
I feel like I'm gonna forget people. I don't even know how many of us there are. There's me, Candy, Vanessa, Eden, Dora, Leo, Eliza, Jess,
Wow.
Tyler, Bradley. Okay, there's more than 10 people. Stephanie, Levin, I said Vanessa already.
Keanu.
Yeah, Keanu! Oh my god!
Yeah, I know
Okay.
Keanu.
Damn, alright.
I didn't say Keanu because then this girl Shan, and then
And then
Her poor
And
internet.
is she?
then-
a lot to
And
take in. I feel like this is a lot.
Yeah, it is lagging a lot.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. But that's actually really cool that within the span of two years, you guys are able to collect like so many members that really love what they do, and especially from like states away, and still be able to just build up something. That's really awesome.
I mean, that's kind of what Babetalk does, so yeah.
Yeah, it is, but it's not.
But it's with pictures.
It is. It's Babetalk, but with more pictures. I
Yeah,
didn't want to say. We can't plug our own show on our own show.
Oh, please. We can do whatever we want.
We do like photo galleries and online interviews and video interviews and album reviews and stuff like that.
That's really awesome. And it's been going for 2 years. So Alex, yeah, your question?
Yeah. So my question for you is, when did you first decide that photography was something that you wanted to pursue? Was it like before you got into the scene? Was it after you got into the scene? How did you go about that?
Well, before I got into the scene, I was really interested in it, but I wasn't taking it as seriously. But once stuff started building up and I actually saw that I was making something of myself, and I decided that, like, hey, I do this.
Right.
Okay. I don't know if everything I'm saying is, like, going through.
I think so, unless there's... I mean, like, you were kind of saying that, you wanted to do photography for a while, but once you started getting into the scene, that's when things started kind of, picking up and you decided to... I think she froze up again.
This,
Nope.
yeah.
is she right? Is she?
All right, I might have a suggestion which won't work for the viewers at home, but for the podcast kids, it will kind of work well. So this might be more of an incentive for the podcast kids to subscribe. Kayla, you might want to turn your camera off for sake of the interview.
Can she hear us?
Kayla?
Can you,
Kayla?
It keeps cutting out. Hello?
Yeah, can
you
you
hear
turn your
me?
camera off for the sake of the interview so
Yeah.
we can...
Okay.
Well, when you say it like that, save the interview. Cut the camera.
Is it okay? Is it okay now?
Yeah,
Yes.
see-
We can hear you a little bit better. Your picture's there, so that's at least good.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so let's start that question over again, Alex. Here, you can go back. With
Yeah. Yeah, so when did you decide that you wanted to do photography? Was it before or after you started getting into the scene? And what was the first show that you ever shot? I'm gonna add on to what I was saying before,
All
so.
right, good.
Well, I first started taking it really seriously after I started getting.
Oh no.
Oh, are you? And now there's two
Oh,
Kaylas?
Now there's two Kaylas. Cool.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, you're alright.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
it's okay.
Nah,
It's
go
perfectly
ahead.
fine. It's babe talk.
Professionally
Okay.
unprofessional.
Fucking up until we get things right.
My internet literally hates me.
So maybe you and Tony could be a part of a club.
Okay. Okay, so you can hear me now, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I first started taking it seriously after I got into the scene. And I can't remember my first actual show that I shot because I'm pretty sure it was just like a local show. But my first show that I got like a legit photo pass for was Mayday Parade, the Main, and the Postels.
Oh.
Yeah, which was it was pretty awesome because Mayday Parade is like one of my favorite childhood bands. So I was kind of freaking out in the photo pit, like, holy crap, I'm actually gonna be taking pictures of them.
How long ago was this show with Mayday Parade?
This was in 2012.
Okay.
All right.
I
So
don't
you've been
remember the month, but
okay. So you've been doing it for
yeah,
about like 3 years or so.
yeah.
Okay, so who are some of your favorite bands that you shot for?
Oh my gosh. Um, some of my favorite bands that I've shot or worked with.
Both.
Yeah, you can get both.
Okay. Some of my favorite that have definitely been Foster the People, Cage the Elephant. Um, I feel like when I shot Let Live was really fun to photograph
Ooh.
because Jason's stage presence is just insane.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, I'm trying to think. I've shot like so many different bands, but Foster People and KG Elephant were definitely my favorites because their lighting was amazing and they sounded really, really good live. My favorite bands that I've worked with have definitely been Real Friends because I did that Day in the Life feature with them for New Noise magazine, and that was the most fun I've ever had because I had never really done anything like that where I just got to like hang out with a band and document everything that was going on all day. And they were all like really nice and welcoming and everything, so I enjoyed that. Also, I loved working with You Blew It. I took all of their promotional photos for their new EP, which was pretty
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
That's awesome.
I took them while I was at Fest in Gainesville. It was really cool. Also Man Overboard, I have pictures that are on a Man Overboard shirt, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, which one?
Cool.
Um I want to like turn on my camera so I can show it to you guys. I don't know if it'll work though.
I think that might be that'd be a risk worth taking.
So just not do
Oh yeah,
that.
do it.
Okay.
Oh no,
yeah?
no, worth
Okay.
taking. Yes, yes.
Okay.
We will take the risk.
You will do it for the Man Overboard
Okay.
shirt.
Yeah.
And like worst comes to worst.
See?
Oh, that's one
Oh,
of the
that's
newer
awesome.
ones.
Yeah.
Oh, that shirt.
And it has like lyrics on it,
Cool.
I have a friend that has that actually.
and then it has this on the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Tight.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. I was really stoked when I got like contacted for that.
Cool. What advice would you have for show photographers starting out?
Um, be prepared. Make sure you have your batteries are charged, you have SD cards. Make sure you take off your lens cap before you start shooting.
Okay.
Also, like
That's great.
when the band is starting to go on, make sure you're looking at your LCD screen and try and test out the lighting and change your settings so that it's really fitting for your pictures, and then take it off the LCD screen and start shooting through the viewfinder, because I
Okay.
found that helped a lot. Um, I don't know, and just have fun, like enjoy yourself.
Right.
Now it sounds as if like you started off like um did you find yourself a little apprehensive when you started shooting shows? You said like, have fun, be yourself. Would this the advice that you followed when you were first starting out as a photographer, or did you kind of find it the hard way? Like
Uh,
forgetting a
I
lens
kind
cap
of
or
find
X,
it
Y, and
hard.
Z.
Well, I mean, I've never really forgotten my lens cap on my camera because I don't even really use my lens cap. But I know a lot of people have done that. There have been times where I accidentally forget my batteries at home, and then I have to like turn around and go get them, which is a little stressful. But when I first started out, I didn't really have anyone that was giving me advice or anything. I just kind of winged it.
Okay.
And did you
Yeah.
find that? And how did you find like your first set of photos went? Like were you satisfied? Were you like totally defeated? Like with your photos didn't come out completely right? What was the whole like transition period from where you started out to where you are now?
Well, as an artist, I don't know. I'm never really completely satisfied with my work. There's only a couple of pictures where I can be like, hell yeah, I actually really freaking like this picture that I took. But most of the time, I'll look at all my photos the day after and I'll be like, why the heck did I even post this? Or why did I edit it this way? Or I wish I would have, but, um, I, I like lost my train of thought. What was the question again?
How was the transition period between when you first started out to where you are now?
Well, in the
Like
beginning,
confidence or
I was pretty happy with my stuff, but because it was really new to me, so it was so exciting and exhilarating being able to do that. But after work, and I became a little self-conscious about my stuff after seeing everyone else, because I'm just like, I need to improve a lot in order to actually get somewhere, because there are a lot of really talented music photographers out there, and I just kept practicing. I do pretty decent with the equipment that I have too, because I don't have anything fancy. Like I shoot with the Canon Rebel T3i with a kit lens, like an 18 to 55 millimeter and a 50 millimeter 1.8, and that's like standard stuff.
hmm.
But I've learned to make it work.
All right,
Nice.
so you said that there are a lot of great music photographers out there. Which ones stand out to you, and which ones do you maybe draw influence from? I mean, I'm not really, you know, I don't know much about photography, so I'm not sure like how like influences work. Like,
Yeah.
but who like inspires you in terms of like photographers in the scene?
Well, some of my favorites are definitely Mesa Asgar, and she's from Florida too. Um, Maddie Vogel, I love his work, and I like how his stuff kind of has a film feel to it, and I get a lot of inspiration from that. Ali Newbold, Karis Marsh is really good. Uh, I mean, everyone knows who Adam El is, but
Yeah.
I don't really get a lot of my inspiration from him, because the way I shoot and my editing style is a lot different from his style of work. Also, shout out to Miranda Elliott. She's from Florida too, and I really love her stuff as well.
A lot of Florida
Yeah.
photographers I've noticed.
Hmm.
Um, and there's so many other photographers. Like one of the photographers that's part of Concert Junkies, her name's Eden Kiddiver, and she's really good too. And Keanu is also great.
Okay. Um, have you ever shot in like in different states, or have you just stuck with Florida and the Florida scene?
I've only stuck with Florida. I'm currently 18 and my parents are really strict, so I haven't really been able to go outside of Florida.
If you can shoot in like a different state, what state would it be?
Oh my god. I'd love to go to California and shoot a show with Eden. Be awesome.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Is there any particular show that you would have in mind that you would want to shoot? Like your ideal like shooting situation? Like if you had to have like the people you were working with and the bands that were playing, like what would be like the perfect setup for you?
Oh my gosh. I love like so many bands, and a lot of the bands that are kind of on different spectrums, and I'd want to shoot certain bands due to how I know their stage presence are and how I feel like their lighting would be like. Like I love From Indian Lakes. They're one of my favorite bands, and so I'd photograph them anytime they come to Florida, and so I'd want them to be playing. She's really awesome. Let Live is really fun to photograph too. Um, State Champs is really fun to photograph as well. They're awesome, and they're all really cool guys too.
Love
You
State
Blew
Champs.
It, real friends. Probably two as well, and Foxing.
Oh,
Fox-
have you
Foxing.
wait? Oh,
Foxing makes me really emotional live, but I really like taking pictures of them. Um, and it'd be cool to have like my entire CJ team with me, like shooting a show.
Yeah.
no, that could be a goal. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like get
Yeah.
pictures from like
shoot,
all
yeah.
like different angles. Like
Yeah.
Life goals.
It, them are in different.
Did we
It's-
lose?
I don't know if
it's
that
there.
like cut out.
yeah, it
but-
did cut out again.
Okay, because I was saying I haven't really met all of them because they all live in different states. Not all of them, but like some of them live in different states. So
Mhm. But still, that's pretty sick.
Yeah. Do you have any editing or like tricks that you like to use when you're like editing your photos?
wait, that like cut out.
Oh. Do you have any editing tricks that you like to use on your photos?
I edit most of my photos in Lightroom, and a lot of them I use Visco or VSCO presets like for Lightroom, and I just tweak them a lot.
Oh, for I forgot they had
Yeah.
it for Lightroom.
Yeah, because they have like a phone app for it, but they have a whole bunch of presets for Lightroom,
That you can
and
purchase.
I use a lot of those. Yeah, but I tweak them a lot.
Okay. Like, what are there any like effects that you would say to avoid? Like once again for someone starting out.
I mean, I wouldn't say to really avoid anything because all artists are different, you know. There's nothing really wrong.
Are you there?
Can you hear
still?
me?
Now we
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
Nothing wrong.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't tell anyone to not really do anything. I encourage people to editing, like be experience, try to get something that you're picturing in your mind, you know.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, now for you to develop your mind's eye, how did you end up? Because you have a pretty distinctive style to your photography. How were you able to find that?
I guess inspired by other photographers who edit their photos and try and make it look like film a little, and that's how I sort of edit my pictures. Like I know a lot of like, oh my god, gross, have grain. Can you hear me?
Got you now.
Mhm.
Okay, like a lot of photographers don't. They're really against like grainy photos, and a lot of my photos I actually add grain
Yeah.
because I like that sort of feel to it. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, I don't know. I just kind of like that style, and that's what I'm sticking with for now. And I try to edit a lot of my photos so that they fit with the music of the band, if that makes sense.
Trying to fit with the
Okay.
atmosphere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Alex.
Is there anything that like do you do like photography like outside of just like shooting bands? And if so, like what are your favorite things to shoot that are outside of like music related stuff?
Well, I really like just going to nature trails with friends and stuff and just taking casual photos. It's fun and it's something different from music, so it's nice to take a break from that. And then in May, I'm actually shooting my first wedding, which I'm really excited about.
Oh, look at you go.
Mm.
Yeah.
How did you manage to swing that gig?
Um, well,
Did she?
Yeah, I think
there?
she cut out
hello?
again.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hello?
Wait,
she'll come
yeah,
back.
yeah.
yeah, there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Um, Well, this couple, they found me through my Facebook photography page, and they emailed me specifically because they knew I wasn't a wedding photographer, and because I mostly shoot shows and stuff.
Huh. Wow.
Mm.
Hold on. Wait for it.
Maybe.
I actually hate my internet.
We're making it through though.
We're
chugging
making it.
along.
Yep. I'll be right back. Someone's at my door.
Oh,
They-
okay.
Couple-
You cut out again.
We believe in you, little one.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this couple, they're having like a punk themed wedding. And so that's mainly why they contacted me, is because they know that I have experience with shooting shows and those kind of events. A good fit for them.
Is it like a punk themed wedding in the like they actually like listen to like punk music and stuff like that, or is it like a punk themed like wedding in terms of like, people dressing up with like, spiky hair
Oh,
type
don't
of
shit
Well,
talk their
not
wedding.
like that, but I mean I don't think people are gonna be coming in like spiky hair and stuff like that. But the couple,
Alex
they
is
met
so much shame.
they met at,
Where do they meet? Where do they meet?
The world may never know.
they met at a punk show in Hawaii.
Oh.
Oh, that's awesome.
you know that
Actually
Hawaii
sounds
punk
sick.
scene.
I would love
Hawaii
to know.
I don't
punk.
know. I thought that was cool.
It's very
And
cool.
the girl, she told me that she's gonna be wearing a black wedding dress, which I thought was awesome.
Damn, good for her.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's definitely something you don't see every day. So.
Alex North, you hold your tongue.
What? I'm just saying it's different. It's unique. It's good.
Christ.
I'm not
Dan,
dissing anybody.
Dan, you got another question?
I am so sorry for coughing again.
I'm-
My question is, has this been now is this wedding like the only like wedding that you're going to be shooting so far, or do you see yourself doing more of these things if it goes well?
Wait, it like cut out.
Oh, do you see yourself shooting for more weddings if this one works out?
Yeah, I'd be interested in doing that for sure. There's definitely a lot more money in weddings than there is in music photography.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Can
is it?
can you hear
James?
me?
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
you.
All right, cool. So, my question, because these are always fun, have you ever had like any bad experiences doing any photographs? Like, has anything like gone horribly wrong?
Um, Nothing like with my camera, but one time I was shooting a show and I was put in a really uncomfortable position. Like I was shooting, I think it was RX Bandits, the Deer Hunter, and from Midian Lakes. And
Hmm.
Okay.
during RX Bandits, I was like in the front just taking pictures, and this venue did not have a photo pit or anything. It was a really small, intimate venue, and
Okay.
there was some drunk lady standing behind me. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
Okay, she was maybe in her like mid 20s or late 20s or something, and she kept trying to feel up on me, and
Oh
it
no.
was
Oh
so
no.
weird.
My
It was
God.
horrible. I have never felt so uncomfortable at a show before in my entire life. She literally like took her hands and tried like cupping my butt.
Oh my
It,
god.
Oh,
That's
Why you
terrible.
just you laugh?
That's
it was
terrible.
Wow.
That
it,
is awful though.
it really was horrible, and I turned around and I was like, "Can you please stop?" And she like completely ignored me, and then she started like trying to like touch my hips and all this crap, and I was just like, "What are you doing?" I started like elbowing her, and oh my god, that was. I think that was definitely one of the worst experiences I've had at a show before, because no one has ever really treated me like that.
And you were still like
Oh.
shooting a show and everything, right?
Yes.
You
So
should
the
have like
photographer, she was just feeling up the photographer. I've never heard that before.
It
I've
was
never heard
so
that.
weird. I was like, why is this happening to me?
you should have just like taken a picture of her and then like put it on Twitter like, "Hey, this lady was grabbing my butt.
Yeah.
Get at her."
I just don't
Now,
understand why someone would even do something like that. Like, I don't know you. Why are you touching me?
why are you touching my butt? I did not give you
Yeah.
permission to touch the butt. Get
For
out of here.
real, you can't just touch anyone's butt like that.
All right. So, the question I had for you was that so you've been shooting in your scene since you said that you haven't really like gone to other places because of limitations of such. But you've been in your scene for about like 2 years. How strong is your scene, or can you describe your scene? Like is it like a very close knit group of kids, or is it just like kids just like playing shows here and there, or like is everyone really buddy with each other? How would you describe your scene?
I actually really love the Orlando scene. Like, that's the one that I have more experience with, and I go to most of my shows are in Orlando, and I try to go to a lot of local shows too, because I have a lot of friends who are in bands, and so I like supporting them. And I think the scene is pretty close, like from what I've witnessed. Um, Especially like there's this band Capstan, and they have a lot of house shows in Orlando, and those are some of my favorite shows because it's just like everyone in the room is just like this giant family, and I don't know, I really love it. It's good vibes all over the place.
Good vibes, just all over the
Yeah,
place. That's good.
seriously.
All right, you have another question?
Yeah, I do actually. So I'm gonna
Good.
channel my inner. I'm gonna channel my
Great,
inner.
that's good.
Yeah, great. Ask more questions. It's an interview. Like, what do you expect me to say? No.
Well, nigga,
Oh, damn.
All right,
Got
so
called
I'm gonna
that.
channel my inner Ashnik here and say, obviously as a photographer, you have a lot of dealings with, with the scene and, like dealing with different bands and stuff like that. So obviously by, shooting the amount of shows that you do, you sort of have a first-hand look at, the scene, sort of how it runs and stuff like that. Uh, Sort of like for people, how would you say that would be the best way for them to like support their scene?
In their own way.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say to try and go out to as many shows as you can and like buy merch and like music from local bands and stuff. Like try and support them, or even if you don't even have money to go and buy that stuff, like promote them, talk about them, show them to all your friends, because that seriously can make a huge difference.
Good sound information. Word of mouth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
helps a lot.
the way to go.
Like even when I shoot local shows and stuff, I'll promote it. Like I'll post all the photos on ConcertJunkies, and I'll post pictures of local bands like on my Instagram and stuff. And a lot of people have found out about the local bands because I talk about them, and like ConcertJunkies promotes a lot of local bands too. So
I think I heard in that sentence, I'm pretty much a big deal, so I draw kids out to shows.
no.
No, but I'm not.
I'm the reason people come to the show.
Not the bands. I'm the
I am the show.
Actually, I'd like to say this. One of my friends, his name's Nick. He always goes to shows and he'll like crowd surf and stage dive and do all this crazy shit. And I always see him. So because I recognize him, like I'll always get crazy pictures of him. And he told me that I actually help him get girls because of the pictures that I take of him.
That's
That was-
amazing, actually.
Yeah, that actually made me feel really good.
That may be
Coming
the greatest thing I've
close.
ever heard in my life.
You're actually helping someone get some poon.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's the
Fuck
only thing
yeah.
that they have going for them. It's just that it's just your pictures. If there was nothing
on,
else,
Ollie,
I'd
this is
have
a-
nothing.
If,
on, Ollie, this is a
if those
PG
pictures
show.
didn't exist,
Seriously.
that person would not be getting any poon.
Yeah.
Hey, who said anything about getting poon? Maybe they're just, respecting them and taking their time, and
They're
maybe
probably
Take them out
they're
to
waiting.
dinner. Shut up, Alex Smith.
Maybe they're waiting until marriage. I don't know.
maybe they're just like having a slumber party and having
Hello?
It's like
Yes.
Yeah. We can
Oh my
hear
gosh.
you.
Okay, it keeps cutting out.
All right, we've derailed. We have time for a few more questions. I did have a question for you as far as what your long-term goals as with your photography. Do you have any, or do you have like any short-term goals? Like, what do you want to work towards?
Well, I actually really want to try to tour and be a touring photographer. I just want to try it out. Like, even if it doesn't work, I still want to get that experience. And I know it's definitely possible because I have talked to a couple of bands, and they said that we could like work something out so that I could do that. I just think it'd be really fun, and sometimes I get a little discouraged because I know a lot of bands may not want to bring a girl out on tour with them. But like, look at Ashley Osborne. She's a really good photographer, and now she's touring, and she's getting a lot of really awesome gigs, and I'd love to do something like that. And also, I'd like to be like a social media handler, like help the bands like with all of their posting on like their Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and stuff, and just kind of help them build their aesthetic and like their look. And I really want to do that and just document everything.
That makes sense.
yeah.
And what personal joy do you have coming from being a photographer within your music scene?
Honestly, one of my favorite things is after a show being able to show like the band or even people in the crowd like pictures that I've taken of them, and like the look on their faces like, holy crap, like this is a really awesome picture of me. And I just like making other people happy with my art. That's just what I love.
There we go. Everybody, let's give a hand real
Awesome.
fast for Kayla Surico.
You go, Glenn Coco.
You Coco, I like Coco. I'm really glad to bring people on that are like within the music scene that isn't exactly holding an instrument, because you still hold an art form in your hand, and without people like you, I do know with a lot of documentation of the 80s punk scene, like not a lot of people would know about it. It would be hearsay. We have photographers like you that document the scene and try and get an atmosphere within a single photo that makes everything worth reliving, and that's really cool to me. So I'm glad that we were able to bring you on.
It's
the
like
show.
creating art from like another form of art.
Exactly, it's all art.
Yeah.
Art everywhere, basically.
Art everywhere, and you kick ass with art.
Your pictures are like A+.
Thanks.
So.
First pictures,
Yeah.
Oh my god, you
absolutely.
guys,
Actually,
you
don't
guys
we have
can't
a-
see me right now, but I feel like I'm blushing a little bit.
Speaking of your great artwork, don't we have a contest that?
We do have a contest,
Oh, yeah.
and we have a winner, and his name is Louis. I have his last name here. Louis Velz, Velez.
Louis
He-
Vels.
Louis Velz. We will be contacting
Are you sure it's not Luis Velez?
Velez, because I can't
Yeah.
read. I don't know names. Hello, I'm Ollie, and I just know how to talk really loud and really fast. But you have won an 8x11 photo of choice from Kayla Surico's personal portfolio. We'll get everyone into contacts, and it will be a good time. Kayla, again, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, absolutely. This is kind of Babe Talk signing off for Alex, Dan, James, and myself. This show will be available for podcasts soon, because I'm still learning all that stuff. We have a listing. Hopefully it'll be on there soon. It will be able to rewatch tomorrow, or tonight if you really want to stay up and watch it right from the beginning. Next week, our guest is going to be Kelly Kent of Infinite Signal, and hopefully I'll be on the show.
I'll be on the show. I'll
Alex
be here.
North will be on the show. We'll have the return of Adri, and Eric will be joining me for the show. And that's all she wrote, guys. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
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 Later, everyone.